is done and the release is not far away. May the 9th will be the date of release, but time is rare, so let's get started. 1909 games. Let's make games. The last 2 weeks have been pretty much of intense work, and I hope it will pay out in some way. The problem I have now is that I don't want to show too much, since I don't want to spoil too much. But there are quite some things I can show you. But at first, you could subscribe to the channel and leave a like and a comment and so on and so on. Because there will be more tutorials and more videos on Meatlust, especially how it will perform when it comes to money. And I know everybody loves to hear how much small indie game devs make with their games. It will be not too much, but that will not be the problem, right? So, subscribe. Done? Okay, then let's get started. What is Meatlust? Meatlust is a first-person horror game with retro graphics in which you have to avoid enemies, since you will not be able to fight them. You're too weak anyway, right? At first, I decided to have a basic saving system. If you enter a level, close the game and open it again, you will be able to continue in the level in which you closed the game. My initial idea was to have a game without any saving. Like this, a player would have to play the game in one part, you know, and that would have some benefits, but I guess for the most people it will be better like this, since it has no real disadvantages and it was pretty easy to implement. And there have been a lot of these small adjustments. A big point is the enemy behavior and the sound. The enemy now warns you in some way with some juicy sounds. And I changed the last level. It is not that big anymore. The player has to walk the same way and the meat theme is the same, but like this the level looks way better. And I changed the lighting. In a lot of the other levels I try to make the light at least a little bit realistic, so there's just light if there is a lamp. But for this level I decided to make some kind of mysterious light, and I like it. Next I made all of the levels a little bit nicer. There have been some pretty empty looking rooms. What I have done in this case is I tried to fill it. Easy, right? Wrong! I don't want it to just fill the rooms with stuff, but with stuff that makes sense in the situation. Kinda storytelling stuff, I would guess. I think that was a success. And by the way, that took the most time. A pretty quick thing to improve was the doors. If doors are locked and you try to open it, there will be a sound and some text. That seems not to be so important for the game, and that's kind of true, but these little things are so important for the game feel. Having some impact for the player actions is so important. I would love to take part in a game jam again, if there will be some time, so never. But if I will be able to, then this is the thing I will be putting the biggest focus on. Game feel. I'm pretty sure that a small but juicy game feel will find a bigger audience than a lot of content that's kind of unfinished, that feels unfinished. If you press escape in game, there will be a menu. Here you can turn on and off the post-processing and the scan lines, if you don't like it or if it is important for the performance. Oh, and talking about post-processing and scan lines, I decided to do both of it because it looks so much better. But I'm pretty sure that it's too much for some players, so you can turn it on and off. And that's not all. There have been so many improvements. This soundtrack, for example, is done. My cousin made it for me and I'm so happy about that. I couldn't do something like that, not even close. So, thank you for that. But not just the game itself got improved, the trailer has been released. Sadly, it has not that many clicks, so if you haven't seen it, you can do so now. Just click the info box. It took me not too long to edit it, but still around 2 days I would guess, and the time was really worth it. I really like how it turned out, and that's the most important part for me at the moment. And I learned a lot of things while making the trailer. And that is even more important. Here you can see the first few seconds. After finishing that, I made the itch.io site for the game, since that will be the place I will sell the game. At the release I will have a discount, so you can grab the game for just about $5, I guess. And I tried to stand out with the itch site, so I spent quite some time on it, and that paid out. I guess it looks pretty cool. A little bit packed, but in this case I guess it is a good decision to make this. And it was on purpose. That not happens a lot of times. The game is not on my website right now, which is pretty sad, since I pay for the website every month, but I will update the website soon. And the last days will be just about trying to get the game at least a little bit known, since I have a pretty small but awesome audience. So I try to grow when it comes to YouTube and so on. Also because I have a lot of fun making videos, of course, even in this pretty stressful time. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. I have an idea for my next game, but I don't want to start a devlog before having at least a plan for the project and a little bit of gameplay, so I could take some time before I start making the next devlog. So, the last 2 weeks have been crazy, and I really like to work on Meatlust. But I'm done. I feel not too good, to be honest. I guess I need a few days off. Next week I have 1 week off my normal job, and I will take 2 or 3 days off making games. Sounds crazy? But I guess I need this. I don't want to burn out, and it feels like I'm pretty close to a burnout. So a few days off, and after that continue working too much. It feels like there's no other way, so yeah, work as crazy. But that's it for today. And that's it for the devlogs for Meatlust forever, because the game is done. But there will be a lot of videos coming soon, so please subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Thanks for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Bye!